Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week for June 4th of Year 2 of the FSBL. The Texas Rangers come into Detroit to visit the Detroit Tigers. The Rangers, bottom of the barrel in the AL West at 18-41. The Detroit Tigers, 27-30, but the Tigers have won 5 in a row, hoping to get things together and get themselves back into the hunt. They've gotten great pitching so far in this series, a 2-0 win in Game 1 and then a 10-2 drubbing in Game 2, and they will send the American League ERA leader Virgil Trucks to the mound here to close out the series and try to wrap up the sweep. Trucks 5-3, a 1.94 ERA. He has been exceptional through his first 11 starts of the season. He will face a tough Texas Rangers lineup. Can score a bit. Their pitching has been poor to say the least. They will send Rusty Greer in to lead things off. Here at Tiger Stadium, it's an overcast day in Detroit. We're about to get underway. Greatly appreciate you joining me here for this noon Thursday broadcast. Trucks into the windup, and the first pitch misses down low. Greer batting .262. Trucks into the wind, delivers, fastball misses inside. So there's a shot to right by Greer. Fairly well hit, but it's going to die just shy of the track. Kaline is out there to put it away for out number 1. Kaline comes in riding a 17-game hitting streak. We'll talk about that later. Here's the Rangers lineup. Greer, Andrews, and Beltre. Teixeira, Epstein, and Howard. Wills, McDowell, and Chirinos wrap things up for the Rangers. Here's Elvis Andrews. Andrews batting .227. Fastball misses up and in for ball 1. "12 steals. Andrews a bit of a threat if he can get on. That one pulled well foul outside the bag at third. You see those 12 steals have Andrews tied for 7th in the American League. Another one grounded, another one foul outside third. So Trucks ahead of Andrews 1-2 here. There's the pitch. Slider gets Andrews flailing at it. First strikeout for Trucks, and there's 2 down here in the top of the first.
The third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
So here's Adrian Beltre. Rangers third baseman. Beltre, fine start to the year. He's batting .340 here as we start June. Fly ball to right. Kaline takes a few steps in. He's under it. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So Truck sets the Rangers down in order. Now Detroit will get their crack. We head to the bottom of the first in Detroit. Rangers nothing. Tigers coming up. On the mound for the Rangers, Mike Minor. He has struggled to say the least. 1-6, a 4.96 ERA through his first 11 starts. That 1.3 whip isn't terrible, but he hasn't gotten a ton of run support. He's been a little bit susceptible to the long ball. He'll face Placido Polanco here. Polanco batting .258, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. As he gets things started for Detroit. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. The Rangers have had a rough go of it here in this first year and a third of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Pitching has been a struggle, and they haven't had enough of their top bats in that 100-player pool to really create a ton of damage. Polanco puts this one in the right center. McDowell will cut it off. Polanco will take the turn. He's going to try for two anyway. McDowell's throw is offline, and Placido Polanco has a lead-off double to start things off for the Tigers. 11th double of the season for Polanco. What's that one? Out of the reach of Bump Wills at second base. Good throw from McDowell. Would have had a shot at him. Here's Barney McCoskey. McCoskey batting .270. Fastball from Minor misses inside. 6 homers, 18 runs batted in from McCoskey to this point. Fastball low. McCoskey fouls it off. Inside pitch. That one's drilled into the gap, and 2 batters in. The Tigers are going to have a run home. McCoskey heads into second. It's back-to-back doubles to start things off for Detroit. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. RBI double for Barney McCoskey, his 17th double of the season. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Al Kaline. Kaline batting .302. Swing and a miss at the fastball there from Minor. 9 homers, 26 RBIs. As we mentioned, Kaline riding a 17-game hitting streak. Kaline had a terrible first half of last season, picked it up late in the year, and that gave the Tigers hope that they would see the Kaline they expected this season, and so far they've gotten that. 1-1 offering here. Minor takes a peek at second and delivers. Kaline sends this one out to left. It's carrying pretty well, but it'll stay in the park. Track down, runner tags. Good running there from McCoskey. Puts that one out. Runner moves to third. Here's the Tigers lineup. Polanco, McCoskey, and Kaline. Tettleton, Horton, and Trammell. Northrup, York, and Inge. 67 homers for the Tigers lineup, 10th in the American League. Their offense still has been a bit of a struggle, particularly in the bottom half. But they're showing signs of picking that up. Again, they come in here having won 5 straight. There you see Tettleton, .284, 15 homers, 35 RBIs. Nobody running away with the Central. The Tigers, this win streak, has put them back in the hunt a bit. Quentin Parks has joined us. How are you, Quentin? I hope all is well with you, sir. Tettleton, ground ball to short. Andrews on the backhand. McCoskey will come around to score, and Andrews airmails the throw. Well over the head of Mark Teixeira. Andrews had all sorts of time with Teixeira running, but he airmails the throw. Tettleton will go into second. Another run comes home, and it's 2-0 Detroit. Andrews almost handled that too casually. That throw just sailed away from him. No hope for Mark Teixeira to pull that one down. The Texas Rangers, folks, they are just a bad ball club. Here's Willie Horton. Horton batting .279. Fastball from Minor misses up high. It's 1-0. Horton, 5 homers, 17 RBIs. He's got an 8-game hitting streak as he comes in here. Tigers looking to take their 6th in a row. They swept the White Sox in Chicago before taking the first 2 of this series. Horton, high fly ball to left. Looks like it's going to hang up a bit. That's tracked down. Runner will not try to tag. Tettleton holds at second. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Here's Alan Trammell. It's been a tough go for Trammell so far. .249. 6 homers, 18 RBIs. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Got to see who has Trammell's uniform number, because he shouldn't be wearing 9. So we'll give that a check after this game. Make a little note to myself. There's a shot towards the gap from Trammell. That's going to get down. Guy single for Alan Trammell, and the Tigers all over Mike Minor. Here in the first inning, Detroit takes a 3-0 lead. Way too much plate and not enough gas on that fastball from Minor to put it past Trammell. Here's Jim Northrup. Northrup batting .259. Another fly ball to left. Freer's under it, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Tigers' plate 3, helped out a bit by the Elvis Andrus error. We head to the top of the second. Detroit leads Texas 3-0. In steps Mark Teixeira.
Leading off for Texas, the first baseman.
Teixeira batting .311, 9 homers, 29 RBIs. Teixeira in an interesting position. The Rangers in the recently completed rookie draft have drafted Rafael Palmeiro, also a first baseman. So we'll see how that's handled. Teixeira hits this one well the opposite way. Horton leaps at the wall. He can't come up with it, and it's out of here. So that's what Teixeira thinks of that. 10th home run on the season for Teixeira. It's an opposite field shot. And the Rangers are on the board. They cut the deficit to 3-1. So Teixeira takes Trucks deep. Slicing shot barely clears the wall. Horton gets there, takes a leap. A little bit late. Not sure he would have had a shot at that one anyway, though. In steps Mike Epstein, as Virgil Trucks will try to shake off the long ball. Epstein batting .282, 7 homers, 14 runs batted in. As mentioned, Rafael Palmeiro will join the Rangers next season. You gotta figure one of him and Teixeira will DH, the other one will play first base, as Epstein grounds out to short for the first out here in the top of the second. And here comes the scalding hot Frank Howard. Hondo batting .344, 19 homers, 47 RBIs. He has been a bright spot in an otherwise horrible season for this Rangers squad. The home run's not a surprise, but Howard's average significantly higher than expected. 5 homers, 11 RBIs in his last 9 games. He has just been roping the ball all over the field. Fouls that one back. Got to get that elbow guard off of him. Frank Howard was not sporting an elbow guard. High fastball. Hondo swings and misses. It's 1-2. Trucks winds and fires. Curveball. Howard won't chase it. There's a shot. Carrying a bit. Horton's under it. Puts it away just a few steps shy of the track for out number 2. Howard got that one just a little bit down towards the end of the bat. So here's Bump Wills. Wills had been leading off, but it's .227 average. Has seen him drop down in the order to the 7 spot. Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. Offering from Trucks just inside. Will's a threat if he can get on. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Trucks into the wide, delivers, and that one looked good too. Trucks wants to know where that one was. Called outside. Trucks wants a new ball. I think he just kind of wants to glare at the ump some more. Tigers rocking the 1908 uniforms here. Rangers wearing the 1977 model. So 3-1 the count to Wills. Trucks getting squeezed this at bat for sure. Delivers there. Wills slashes it down the left field line, but it'll slice foul. Three-two offering, and it's another ball on another borderline pitch. Trucks' body language says it all there. So now Wills is on. Here's O to B McDowell. Wills goes on the first pitch. Here's the throw from Templeton. It's on the mark, but short hops in a little bit. Wills gets under the tag. His 10th stolen base of the season. Kind of came up on Trammell a little bit on the short hop. So Wills is now in scoring position. That pitch was a strike. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. McDowell batting .270. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. The Tigers, most disappointing team in the FSBL in the first season of the league. Just everybody, pretty much to a man, underperformed. Started off this season struggling as well as the breaking ball there locks up McDowell, and that pitch was further outside than either of the ones called the ball against Wills. But no harm, no foul. Trucks sends him down. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 3-1 Tigers. Here's Rudy York. Rookie first baseman batting .222, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. It's been a little bit of a slog for York so far. Minor will try to recover after the 3-run first. York swings first pitch, hits a hot smash down to Beltre. Picks it on the backhand, throws to Teixeira, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 15.
So York is retired. Here's Brandon Inge, and Inge in danger of getting himself removed from this lineup. 189, a homer, 5 RBIs. Inge, a solid defender, but not sure how long the Tigers will be willing to ride that out. Change up there, swung on and missed. Minor's ahead of Inge, 0-2. Breaking ball in there, called strike 3, and down goes Inge. That's the first strikeout from Mike Minor.
Now batting, number 14.
Order turns over. We go to the top. Here's Placido Polanco. Polanco doubled his first time up. Change up, misses outside. It's 1-0. Pitch from Minor, slider misses down low, 2-0 the count. Minor set down the first 2 in this inning. Would love to have a 1-2-3 to bounce back from that rough first. Polanco fouls this one off. Offering from Minor, fastball misses up high. So again, these are two teams we hadn't seen yet in the broadcast this season. Again, we're going to try to get every team in the league done at least in one broadcast before the All-Star break. And then after that, we'll just go to whatever we feel the best game of the day is for the game of the week. Polanco flies out to left. That ends the second. A 1-2-3 bounce-back inning from Minor. We head to the top of the third. Chirinos, Greer, and Andrews due up for Texas. They trail at 3-1. Here's Robinson Chirinos, 261, 4 homers, 11 RBIs. For the Rangers catcher. Jim Sundberg was sent down as he was batting about $160. Chirinos getting some time to start. The assumption is that Sundberg will be back. But Chirinos will try to get the job done, make that decision difficult for the Rangers. Curveball misses down low. It's 2-1. High fastball. Chirinos fouls it back. Change up from Trucks, misses outside. The count goes full. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. Another tight pitch. The crowd here in Detroit not hiding its displeasure as well as Trucks is. Or at least is attempting to. Order turns over. Here's Rusty Greer. He's 0 for 1. Change up. Call the ball. So Trucks doesn't seem to be getting either corner. Although he did get a call to McDowell to punch him out to end the second. Fastball up and in. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Ground ball to second. Polanco ranges, throws to Trammell on to first. Not going to be able to get Greer at first. That ball was not hit hard enough. They get the lead runner though. Little bit risky there from Polanco, but he knew that Chirinos did not run well. So they get the force at second, 1 down. Here's Elvis Andrews. First pitch from Trucks misses outside. Andrews struck out his first time up, also committed an error in that 3-run first. He'd like to try to atone for that with something here. Bernard Strom, Sports Replays, joins us. How are you, Bernard? Ground ball, tap back to the mound. Trucks throws over to first. Gets the out. Didn't feel like he would have a play at Greer at second. Decided he would take the simple out. 2 away. As Greer moves up. Here's Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 1. He flew out in the first. Now 2 for 9 in the series. Oh man, Clinton, a quesadilla sounds good. Now I feel like I want to fire one of those up here when I'm done with this game. Fastball misses up high. Fastball from Trucks in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Bernard, do you have any broadcasts coming up? If you do, drop the info in the chat so everyone's aware. Fastball ties Beltre up there. So Trucks ahead of him 1-2. 2 outs, runner on second. Beltre, fly ball, right center. It's going to hang. Kaline gets over, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Texas gets a runner to second, but can't get him home. We head to the bottom of the third. McCoskey, Kaline, and Tettleton coming up for Detroit. The Tigers lead it 3-1. Here's McCoskey. Double, drove in a run, then scored his first time up in that 3-run first inning. Minor set the Tigers down in order in the second. That one's called a strike. It's 0-1 to Barney McCoskey. Ground ball down to third. Beltre ranges to his left. He's got it. Throw is over to first. McCoskey's retired. There's one away.
The batter, number 6.
So 1 up, 1 down. Here's Al Kaline. Kaline 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. High fastball from Minor. Misses there for ball 1. There's a shot, but foul. So the stat there, Kaline currently 5th in the All-Star game voting among outfielders. Minor misses down low with the changeup. The count goes to 2-1. Fastball on the corner at the knees. Good pitch there from Minor. He levels it against Kaline. 2-2. As noted Tigers fan Steve Tate has joined us. How are you, Steve? Hope all is well with you, buddy. 2-2 offering from Minor. Kaline gets a bit under this one. Greer's underneath it. Puts it away for the second out.
Now batting, the catcher, Roberto.
So here's Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton reached on the error by Elvis Andrews his first time up. Fastball just inside for ball 1. Tettleton currently 2nd in the All-Star game voting among catchers in the American League. Having himself a fine season. Slider misses inside. It's 2-0. Fastball misses inside. It's 3-0. Willie Horton waits on deck for Detroit. As we mentioned, the Rangers, in the recently completed rookie draft, their big pick, Rafael Palmeiro, will join them next year. The Tigers got a couple good picks as well, most notably Justin Verlander, who should go right to the top of this Detroit rotation when year 3 arrives. But we're still in the middle of year 2, so it'll be a bit before Justin joins. But certainly a great pickup for this Tigers squad. 3-1 pitch, misses inside, ball 4. So Tettleton draws the 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Willie Horton. Horton flew out his first time up. Mike, the sports simulation spectator, has joined us. How are you, Mike? Thank you, as always, for checking in. Change up from Minor in there for a first pitch strike. Jam shot, fists it off in the center. So Horton fights a jam shot off from Mike Minor. Gets this one out into center field for a base hit. So the Tigers have 2 men on. There are 2 outs. And that'll bring up Alan Trammell. As we mentioned, Trammell struggling to this point in the year, but he did have an RBI hit his first time up. Chases one up in the zone, though, here. Shallow center. Long run for McDowell. But he'll get there and put it away, and the side is retired. So Trammell chases and helps Minor get out of the jam. We're a third of the way through here at Tiger Stadium. Tigers 3, Rangers 1. Mark Teixeira steps in for the Rangers. Teixeira homered his first time up for the Lone Rangers run. He's now 5 for 8 in the series. He steps in to face Virgil Trucks to open up the 4th. Change up, misses down and in. There's a curveball. That one misses, so Trucks behind Teixeira 2-0. That fastball was in there for a called strike. Trucks shakes that arm out a little bit. Trying to find a couple more miles per hour on that fastball. Goes back to the curveball, though. Misses down and in. It's 3-1. Mike Epstein wakes on deck for the Rangers. Nice change up there from Trucks. Count now full to Teixeira. Trucks trying to keep the leadoff man off the bases. 3-2 offering. Misses outside, ball 4. So Teixeira walks to lead off the 4th, and here comes Mike Epstein. Epstein grounded out his first time up. Teixeira slow to say the least at first. Trucks would love to get a ground ball here. That one misses inside. It's 1-0. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Trucks delivers, jams it. It's popped up in foul ground. Inges under it, puts it away for the first out. So in steps Frank Howard. Howard flew out his first time up. Again, Hondo has just been outstanding so far this season. Fastball at the knees. 4-1. He has grounded into 10 double plays so far this year. Not fleet of foot, to say the least. Slider there on the inside corner. That's about the first pitch on the corner it feels like Trucks has gotten in this one. He's ahead of Howard now, 0-2. There's the pitch. Fastball. Howard fouls it off. Oh, 2 pitch. Fastball misses away. It's 1-2. That fastball misses down and in. So 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Ties him up. Trucks gasses Howard. 3rd strikeout of the game for Trucks, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
Number 3.
Terrible swing. Here's Bump Wills. Wills walked, stole second, but was stranded his first time up. Takes a fastball here up high for ball 1. Here's the offering from Trucks. That one's in there for a strike to get things even at 1 apiece. High fastball. We'll also just watch that one go by. 2-1 the count. Sparse crowd here in Detroit for this one. Though as the Tigers continue to play better, that crowd can pick up. Again, they're going for their 6th straight victory here in this one. They swept the White Sox, now taken the first 2 of this series. They lead this finale 3-1. Weekly hit down to 3rd. Inge charges, throws to 2nd, goes the short way. And the side is retired. So we'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Northrop, York, and Inge due up for the Tigers. They lead it 3-1. Here's Jim Northrop. Flew out his first time up.
The designated hitter, number 7.
Change up at the knees, 4-1. Slider just inside. 1-1 the count. Popped up, foul ground, going towards the stands. It'll be one hop near the dugout. Nobody had a play on that one. And the count goes to 1-2. Pitch from Minor, ground ball to short. Andrews has it. Throws over to first to Teixeira, and there's one away. So Minor has settled down a bit after that 3-run first. Here's Rudy York, the rookie, 0 for 1, 0 for 5 in the series. Fastball there, York fouls it off. Change up there, misses down low, it's 1-1. It's been a rough early career here for York, here in his rookie season, but they know he's got a ton of power. Although he's not going to generate much taking swings like that, way out in front of that outside slider. And York is in a hole, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Chirino sheds the mask, puts it away, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th for Detroit.
Now batting, number 15.
So here's Brandon Inge. Inge struck out back in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Out-of-town scoreboard, Indians lead the Red Sox 6-3 in the 4th. That was supposed to be a pitcher's duel, Corey Kluber and Pedro Martinez. Not the way it's shaking out at Fenway. Twins all over the Yankees, 7-1 in the 4th. Gary Gaetti, his 8th home run of the year for Minnesota. Royals lead the Rays 1-0 in the 4th. Amos Otis has hit his 11th home run of the season for Kansas City. Orioles and Angels will play later. Pitching matchup there, Dave McNally and Frank Tanana. White Sox lead the Blue Jays 2-0 in the 4th. Alexi Ramirez has hit his 2nd home run of the season for the White Sox. Detroit's retired here as Inge grounds out. We'll get back to the scoreboard in the next half inning. We're through 4 here at Tiger Stadium. Detroit 3, Texas 1. McDowell, Chirinos, and Greer coming up for the Rangers. Here's O.B. McDowell, 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd. Padres lead the Braves in Atlanta 3-1 in the 4th. Jack Clark has hit his 6th home run of the season for San Diego. Javi Lopez has driven in the lone Braves run. Mets lead the Astros 2-1 in the 4th. Hunter Pence has hit his 9th for Houston. Darryl Strawberry his 10th of the year for New York. Brewers lead the Giants 2-0 in Milwaukee. That game is in the 1st. George Scott has driven in a pair for the Brewers. Marlins will play the Rockies later on in Colorado. Jose Fernandez and John Thompson, the pitching matchup there. Diamondbacks and Expos should be starting shortly. Gio Gonzalez goes for Montreal. Omar Dahl will go for the D-backs. Pirates and Cardinals scoreless in the 1st. Dave Jesty and Howie Pollitt will be the pitching matchup in St. Louis. Nice play there, Polanco, to retire McDowell for the first out here in the top of the 5th. Here's Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos walked his first time up. If you're watching, first and most importantly, thank you. If you're watching and haven't subscribed yet, kindly consider doing so. And also, kindly bang that thumb. Give a like. Helps the channel. And I appreciate when the number's a little bit bigger next to that thumb. First pitch is a ball there to Chirinos. It's 1-0. Fastball from Trucks, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. Here goes Trucks rocking into the windup. That one is fouled off. It goes to 1-2. Trucks, rocks, and deals. Fastball freezes. Torino's strike 3 call. That's the 4th strikeout for Trucks. Here with 2 outs in the 5th. Rangers order turns over. Here's Rusty Greer. Greer is 0 for 2. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. High fastball. Greer swings and misses, and Trucks is ahead of him 0-2. Trucks trying to get himself into a little bit of a rhythm here. Breaking ball, hung that one a bit, lofted out to left, long run. Horton's going to play it on the hop. Hanging breaking ball. Trucks will wish he had this pitch back. Slider up in the zone, and Greer serves it out into center. Left center for a 2-out bloop single. So here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus is 0 for 2. First pitch from Trucks. Curveball there, in for a called strike. It's 0-1. Hey, Michael Silva has joined us. How are you, Michael? Appreciate you checking in during your lunch break. I hope all is well with you. Fastball grounded to short. Trammell has it. He'll go the short way. Cut down. Greer at second, and the side is retired. So we're midway through here at Tiger Stadium. Detroit still leads Texas 3-1. Polanco, McCoskey, and Kaline, the top of the Detroit order, to face Mike Minor here in the bottom of the 5th. Polanco doubled and scored to open up the game. Again, Detroit got 3 runs in the first. Texas answered with a run in the second on the Teixeira home run, and that's how it has stayed since then. Polanco ropes that one in the left for a leadoff base hit, his second hit of the game. The leadoff man is on for the Tigers. D. Scott Howard is here. How are you, buddy? Thanks for checking in. I hope you are enjoying your day as much as the Tigers are, as they lead this one 3-1. McCoskey loops one out in the center. McDowell, that looked like a ball that McDowell possibly could have come up with. He pulled up on it, lets it fall in, and now the Tigers have the first 2 men on here in the bottom of the 5th for Al Kaline. Kaline is 0 for 2. First pitch, fastball. Kaline took a big rip at that one and misses. He's flown out both times, 2 for 10 in the series. Has driven in 3, though. Came in this game batting .302. Trying to keep that average up above the 300 mark. That one will do it. That's going to go down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Frank Howard, not a ton of range out there. 1 run will come in. The second run will come around. Throw home, not in time. It is a 2-run double for Al Kaline, and the Tigers open up the lead to 5-1 here in the 5th. Shading Kaline to pull. He got that one down off the end of the bat. It sliced away from Howard. And that's going to be it for Mike Minor. So Minor gave up the 3 in the first. The Andrus error contributed to that. He seemed like he had settled down a bit. But 3 straight hits to plug on the lefty. Here's Jim Kern. Kern has gotten a lot of work despite being terrible this season. 4-4. His ERA is 9.26. Kern has a ton of potential, but he has not tapped it yet, and they keep on sending him out there. We've got to think that that is about to come to an end if things don't change. Again, the Rangers are not going to contend anyway, but you may as well have Jim Kern fix himself down in the minors and give somebody else an opportunity. They did not use Kern much last year, but they are marching him out there repeatedly in this dismal season again for the Rangers. Again, Kern has a ton of potential, but he has not realized it as of yet. And letting him continue to get hammered probably isn't going to do anything for his development. 3-0 the count to Tettleton. Willie Horton waits on deck. Changeup misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk. That's been a problem for Kern. And he's paid the price for it often this season. First and second, still nobody out as Horton steps in. He's 1 for 2. Michael asks, do you select the uniforms randomly each game? Not randomly. I just go through and decide which ones I want, but I will virtually always pick an older uniform. I just love the I love breaking out the old jerseys. It just kind of speaks to the whole theme of the league. So usually I will not. I mean, they don't have to be super old. Like I'll go to some '90s uniforms. Like I was always, as Alan Trammell steps in after the flyout, runner moves over to third. Runners at the corners here for Trammell. Like I'm kind of partial to the late '90s, the Mets, those plain white uniforms. Without the pinstripes or anything like that. I always really liked those uniforms, so I'll let the Mets wear those or the blacks. I liked both of those uniforms. But for the most part, if there's a really good old school uniform, like this 1908 Tigers uniform, I'll pick that. Or, this Rangers, I always like this Rangers uniform. I'll usually go into the 70s and 80s mode. Alan Trammell hits this one deep to left. And that might be the exclamation point on Jim Kern's time with the Major League roster for this season. He just can't get anybody out. Trammell goes yard. It's a 3-run shot. And the Tigers have opened up an 8-1 lead here on the Rangers, here in the bottom of the 5th. Down and in. And Trammell sends it over and out. Not sure the Rangers have anybody ready. Or if they're just going to they do have somebody out there in the bullpen. So we'll see how long they let Kern stay in here and get hammered. Here's Jim Northrup. Northrup is 0 for 2. Popped up, shallow left. Andrews goes out, puts the squeeze on it for out number 2.
The first baseman, number 4, Rudy York.
So Detroit, they send rookie Rudy York to the plate here. York is 0 for 2. Detroit has, who is to this point in the season, been their best pitcher on the mound with an 8-1 lead. Again, the Tigers trying to win their 6th in a row. This one is drilled out to right center. It's off the wall. McDowell plays it well. Throw comes in. It's offline. But Rudy York doubles into the gap. His 4th double of the season. And it's a 2-out runner in scoring position for the Tigers as they try to pour it on the Rangers here. 5 runs in here in this 5th inning. Here's Brandon Inge. Inge is 0 for 2. Fly ball to left. Hit well. Greer at the wall. Looks up and it's out of here. Brandon Inge, who has been abysmal this season, tries to get himself right against Jim Kern. And I'll tell you, and it's funny, I wonder if... So they did not use Kern much last year. And I wonder if his development was really hurt by that, because he's been, as I mentioned, terrible all season, and he's getting lit up again here. So a demotion is in the works for Jim Kern. They'll try to get him right down in the minors. I think we will make that executive decision after this game. Again, Kern's potential is high, but he's not reaching it here. So down goes Jim Kern. He can probably just keep on walking right out the doors of Tiger Stadium. Here comes C.J. Wilson. Wilson 0-2 in 35 appearances. ERA below 2. Little late for C.J. Wilson to come into this game, though, and try to keep things close, as it's now 10-1 here in Detroit. Here's Polanco. Polanco 2 for 3, a single and a double. He's scored twice. There's a shot. Base hit in the center. McDowell cuts it off. So the Tigers have their hitting shoes on. Again, they scored 10 runs in yesterday's game, a 10-2 win. They've got 10 again today as they go for the sweep. The Rangers, arguably the worst team in baseball. Here's Barney McCoskey. McCoskey is 2 for 3. Fastball in there for a call strike. Tex Aggs has joined us. Good to see you, Tex. Quinn, that's in your seasons. This is a much needed game. Yeah, I mean, again, the Tigers were definitely the most disappointing team last year, and they started off this season kind of slow. And when I was running my tests, I always, because I do edits and stuff like that in the offseason, as Francisco Cordero warms up in the Rangers bullpen. So I test things to make sure any adjustments I made work and stuff in the offseason. And the Tigers were simming much better this year, but then they started off the season not looking good. But now, assuming they hold on to win this, that'd be 6 straight wins for them. And nobody's running away in that AL Central. So we'll see if the Tigers can get it rolling. But the 5th inning ends. Home runs from Trammell and Inge put 7 runs on the board for the Tigers in the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th. It is 10-1 Detroit. Adrian Beltre stepping in. Beltre is 0 for 2. He has flown out twice. So Virgil Trucks with some breathing room, to say the least, as he goes to work here in the top of the 6th. Fastball in there for a called strike. Beltre, one of the few bright spots to this point. For the Rangers, his .340 average has him 8th in the American League in batting here on June 4th. Fastball misses up high. One offering, misses down low. That one pulled foul. Count stays 1-2. I don't remember if he's back from injury, but the Rangers also lost Gaylord Perry for a good chunk of this year, which certainly hurt them as well. Fly ball carrying a bit out to right center, but it'll hang up. McCoskey gets under it with no problem, and there's one away. So here's Mark Teixeira. Teixeira's 10th home run of the season. The only run on the day for the Rangers. Fastball misses up high. At the end of the broadcast, I'm not going to go simming the week ahead like I've been doing. Between doing that and going through the out-of-town scoreboard, it adds like 20 minutes to the end of the broadcast. So I'll just go and check out who's playing next Sunday and pick what the game is. But I'm not going to do the simming and the roster movement and all that stuff, because I figure most people don't need to watch that stuff. So we'll just kind of wrap it up at the conclusion of the game. Teixeira, fly ball to center. McCoskey's retreating. He's there. Sets under it, puts it away for out number 2.
The batter, number 6.
So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Mike Epstein. Epstein is 0 for 2. There's a shot on a rope. Oh, what a play, Al Kaline. That was smashed by Epstein over the head of Al Kaline. But Kaline, that is such a difficult play right over your head. A leaping snag of the liner. Beautiful play by Kaline to wrap up the 6th. We head to the bottom of the half, and Kaline will now try to do it at the plate as he leads off the inning. Kaline 1 for 3. 2-run double. Kind of sparked that attack in the breakout 5th. He'll face C.J. Wilson here to open up the 6th. First pitch, fastball, called a strike. Sinker misses down low. It's 1-1. That one's fouled off. 1-2 pitch, smoked, foul. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-2. Sinker gets K-line. That one dove down in the dirt. Nice pitch from Wilson. K-line swings and misses for the first out here in the 6th. Here's Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton is drawing a pair of walks, as he is wont to do. Takes the cutter down and in. Your standings, Red Sox atop the AL East, trying to hold off the Yankees. Twins up 4 games on the White Sox in the AL Central. The Indians, once again with a slow start. The Tigers are actually ahead of the Indians now. Indians 8.5 games out. Last year's division winners. 2 away as Willie Horton steps in. The A's up 9 games. The Astros surging this season. They're playing well, 34-26, but the A's, the defending champs, are the best team in baseball. 43-17. 1-0 pitch here from Wilson. In there for a called strike. As of now, Yankees and Astros would be the wild card teams, but obviously still plenty of time left in the season. And this one is crushed deep to left, and that ball's out of here. Willie Horton takes C.J. Wilson deep. Horton's 6th home run of the year, and the Tigers just continue to rake. It is now 11-1 here in Detroit. So Horton joins the offensive outburst. That one sounded like a gunshot off the bat. Greer gave chase, but all he could do was watch it go deep into the seats. So it's 11-1, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th, and here's a man who homered his last time up, Alan Trammell. Trammell 2 for 3, a homer, a single, 4 RBIs in the game. Ground ball to the right side. Teixeira has it. Flips it to Wilson covering, and the 6th comes to an end. But the Tigers pick up a run on the Horton homer. We head to the top of the 7th. Rangers only have 2 hits against Virgil Trucks, who will stay on and try to keep them at bay here. It is 11-1 Detroit. Here's Frank Howard. Howard 0 for 2. Struck out and flew out. Again, the Rangers, it's basically been Teixeira, Beltre, and Howard. And not much else to cheer about for the fans of these Texas Rangers. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Virgil Trucks just continues to have an outstanding season here for Detroit. They've also gotten a much better season this year from Mark Fidrich than they had last year. Slider misses down low. It's 1-2. Breaking ball low, 2-2 the count. Trucks looks in and delivers. High fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Howard. That's strikeout number 5 for Virgil Trucks, and it's 1 out here in the top of the 7th. So here's Bump Wills. Wills is 0 for 1. He's also walked. Takes a slider in there for strike 1. Trucks winds and fires. Changeup misses down low. It's 1-1. Pitch from Trucks misses inside. 2-1 the count. You see your American League home run leaders. Aaron Judge has taken over the lead with 21. Jimmy Fox and Ken Griffey Jr. have 20. Frank Howard has 19. Mark McGwire has 19 as well. That's not a homer, but it is a one-out double for Bump Wills. His 11th double of the season, and the Rangers get a runner into scoring position. That's only their third hit of the game. Long run for Kaline. Unable to get there. Here's O.B. McDowell. McDowell is 0 for 2. Fastball swung on and missed for strike one. McDowell is struck out and grounded out. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Tapper back to the mound. Trucks has it. Throws to first. Out number 2. Wills moves over to third. On the Tapper, Trucks didn't even bother trying to look him back. At this point, you're just worried about outs. The advantage of a 10-run lead. Here's Robinson Chirinos. Chirinos 0 for 1. He also walked in the third. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. The pitch, change up at the knees. Trucks ahead of Chirinos 0-2. There's the pitch. Chirinos high fly ball to the left. Horton retreats. He's under it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So it's 7th inning stretch time here in Detroit. The Tigers have stretched their lead to 11-1, and they'll try to stretch it further as we head to the bottom half. Northrop, York, and Inge coming up. Here's Jim Northrop. He's 0 for 3, popped out back in the 5th. He's 2 for 11 in the series. C.J. Wilson will stay on. He's only thrown 18 pitches. Fastball misses inside. Derek Holland, Neftali Feliz throwing in the Rangers bullpen. Francisco Cordero was throwing earlier on. Fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Cutter misses up high. It's 2-1. There's a shot the other way. Greer gets fooled by it, breaks the wrong way, and it's over his head. Northrop pulls in the second with a double. Rusty Greer got a terrible jump on that ball, and Northrop pulls in at second with his 8th double of the season to start things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Now here is Rudy York. York is 1 for 3. Cutter in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Double and a run scored for York. Checks the runner and delivers. York fouls it off. He's in an 0-2 hole. Slider rides inside. York fights it off to stay alive. Here's the pitch. York pulls it outside third. Count stays 0-2. Fastball there. York fouls it back. So York hanging tough here against Wilson. Here's the pitch. And another one fouled off. Just off the tip of the bat. Long at bat, and there's still not a ball in the count. Now there's one. Wilson goes out of the zone. York doesn't chase. It's 1-2. And York hits this one well to left. Greer ranging over towards the gap. He's going back on it, and he can't get to it. One hopper. It's over the wall. It's a ground rule double for Rudy York. An RBI double for Rudy York, and it's now a 12-1 Tigers lead. Greer gave it a good effort. Admire that in a rout. But it still brings the run home. In steps Brandon Inge. Slider misses away. It's 1-0. Inge homered his last time up. Grounds this one to second. Wills has it. Throws to first. For the first out. York moves over to third.
Now batting, number 14.
So order turns over. Here's Polanco. He's 3 for 4. A double, a pair of singles, a pair of runs scored. Looking for hit number 4 on the day. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. There's one. Out to the gap in right center. Polanco's going to be on again. Another one driven into the gap. He'll pull in at second with a stand-up double. Placido Polanco, his 4th hit of the day. It's an RBI double, brings in York from third, and it is 13-1 Detroit. Just a good piece of hitting from Polanco. So now it'll be Francisco Cordero's turn out in the pen. Cordero, 34 appearances this year. He's 3-0 with 3.46 earned run average. He will face Barney McCoskey. That fastball misses inside. McCoskey, a single, a double, and RBI. He's 5 for 12 in the series. Again, after a 2-0 win in the series opener. Tigers won 10-2 yesterday and now lead 13-1 in this one. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. That slider inside ties McCoskey up. Count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball just inside. Grounded down to first. Teixeira has it. Takes it to the bag himself. For the second out, Polanco over to third.
The batter, number 6.
So in steps K-Line. K-Line 1 for 4. Double, a pair of RBIs, a run scored, and a beautiful play out in right field to rob Mike Epstein of an extra base hit. That's a line shot to right, slicing foul. K-line goes the other way. Teixeira leaps, knocks it down, flips to Cordero. Nice play by Teixeira. Couldn't catch it cleanly, but that ball was scalded by K-line, and Teixeira was able to knock it out of the air and stay with it. But the Tigers add to the lead. We head to the top of the 8th here at Tiger Stadium. Detroit 13, Texas 1. Here's Rusty Greer. Greer 1 for 3, singled in the 5th. Clee baseball fan is in the house. How are you, Tim? I hope all is well with you, sir. Do you know when your next broadcast will be, Tim? If you do, kindly drop it in the chat. High fastball. Greer swings and misses. Trucks ahead of him 0-2. That one shot out in the right. K-line is there, though. Reels it in. Can a corn kind of play there for K-line. Making it look easy. There's one down. Here's Elvis Andrews. 0 for 3, grounded out in the 5th. Pitch from Trucks. There's a shot to the right side. Polanco snags it, though. Throws to first. And there are 2 down quickly here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Rangers, the third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
So here's Adrian Beltre. Beltre is 0 for 3. Flew out his last time up. Terrific performance from Virgil Trucks. Kind of lost in the 13-run attack by the Tigers. See attendance 27,534. Tigers continue to play like this, though. The fans will start to show up. Fly ball, that's foul down the right field line. Everyone will just watch that one make its way into the seats. Fastball misses up high. 2-1. Tim says, I'm going to hold off on the playoffs for a while, just kind of not in the mood. However, I'm off for 8 days starting Columbus Day. I'll get playoffs going full force then. Hey, listen, this is a hobby for all of us. If it's not fun and you're not feeling it, then to do it doesn't make any sense. So no problem with the break. We'll certainly be tuning in once you get rolling again. Beltre lines it into center for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Beltre. Now we're going to see if the watch goes on to get Trucks out of this game. He's at 106 pitches. He's been terrific. Teixeira, high fly ball to the left. Horton's going back. Shy of the track, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Trucks allows a run and 4 hits over 8. I think that'll be the end for him, but not necessarily. We'll head to the bottom half of the 8th. Tigers lead it 13-1. Mickey Tettleton will lead things off.
For the Tigers, the catcher, Roberto.
Midway through it, next time this scoreboard starts off, we'll do one last pass of the out-of-town scoreboard. Fastball there. Tettleton swings and misses. Holland and Feliz back up throwing again in the Rangers' bullpen. Tettleton skulls that one into center. McDowell gets a good break on it, but he's going to have to play it on the hop. McDowell has had a couple of balls that he has not played as aggressively as you might like in this game. Here's Willie Horton. Horton went deep his last time up. He's 2 for 4. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Fastball. Swung on and missed. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. That one out in the right, falls in front of Howard for a base hit. This Texas outfield defensively is pretty poor.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Allen.
Greer, McDowell, and Howard. You are not going to find a gold glove in that bunch. So first and second, nobody out. Here's Alan Trammell. If the Tigers can get Trammell on track at the plate, that would go a long way to helping them. 2 for 4, homer and a single, 4 RBIs today. Hoping that this is the start of Trammell hitting to his potential. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. Fastball misses down low. 2-1. Nice send-off by your Indians, Guardians, whatever. They're the Indians. For Francona last night, Tim. That was a nice one to get. To send Tito off. Slider misses down and in. It's 3-1. Pulls it foul. One hopper into the seats. The count goes full. Pitch from Cordero, misses in the dirt, ball 4. And Trammell walks to reach base for the 3rd time in this one. Bases are loaded. And here's Jim Northrup. Northrup 1 for 4, double and a run scored. So Francisco Cordero throwing some kerosene on this situation. You see the out-of-town scoreboard. Indians up on the Red Sox 13-3 in Boston. Jim Thome has hit a pair of home runs in that one. Twins up on the Yankees 8-2 in the 8th. Roy Smalley has gone deep for the Twins. Royals up on the Rays 2-0 on the 8th in Tampa. Amos Otis, his 11th home run of the season in that one for KC. Angels lead the Orioles 3-1 out in Anaheim. Eddie Murray has hit his 13th home run of the year for the Orioles. Don Baylor, 3-run shot for the Angels. White Sox and Blue Jays tied at 2 in the 8th. Alexi Ramirez is homered for the White Sox as Northrup singles in the hole. Adds to the lead here. It is 14-1 Detroit. In Atlanta, the Padres lead the Braves 4-2. Ramon Hernandez has hit his 2nd of the year for the Padres. Wally Berger his 16th for the Braves. Astros have opened up an 8-3 lead on the Mets in the 8th. Bob Watson has hit a pair of home runs for Houston in that one. Former Astro Joe Ferguson has hit a pair for the Mets. They haven't gotten much else going in that one. Brewers lead the Giants 3-1 in the 5th. Jeff Kent is homered for the Giants. George Scott a pair of RBIs for the Brewers. Double play ball here for the Rangers. Another run scores. It's 15-1 Detroit, but at least now they have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Expos and Diamondbacks deadlocked at 3 in the 2nd there in Arizona. Cardinals lead the Pirates 4-1 in the 5th. Manny Sanguillen is driven in the lone Pirates run. Senior American League leaderboard, Derek Jeter continues to lead the league in average. Jeff Bagwell, Eddie Collins, Cesar Cedeno, and Mookie Betts round out your top 5 in the AL as Brandon Inge steps in. Here for the Tigers. Inge, 2-run shot back in the 5th. There's one towards the gap in right center. That's going to bring another run home. It's another base hit for the Tigers, who just continue to hammer the Rangers here. It is now 16-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Brandon Inge, as he tries to get his average up above the Mendoza line.
Now Pitching for Texas.
Cordero comes out. The rookie Jeff Russell comes in. Russell, 9 scoreless appearances to this point in 10 innings of work. He'll face Placido Polanco. Polanco, 4 for 5 on the day. Pair of singles, pair of doubles. Loops this one down the right field line, but foul. There are a pair of arms throwing in the Tigers' bullpen, which leads me to think that Virgil Trucks' day is probably done. No reason to extend him here in a 16-1 game. He certainly did his job. Slider misses away. It's 1-1. D. Scott Howard says this one might be over. I think you're right, D. Scott. I think you're right. Ground ball to second. Wills to Teixeira, and that retires the side. So Texas comes up in the top of the ninth, only needing 15. Epstein, Howard, and Wills will try to get them back in this one. It is 16-1 Detroit. And Trucks is going to start the inning. 107 pitches. I think a base runner might end it for him, but they're going to give him the chance to go for the complete game. Trucks has been outstanding all year. There you see Tom Timmerman and Al Benton both throwing in the Tiger bullpen. Ball misses off the outside corner. It's 2-0. Pitch from Trucks. Fly ball out to left. Horton ranging towards the gap. He will cede ground to Barney McCoskey. McCoskey actually overruns that ball a little bit, but pulls it in for out number 1. Here's Frank Howard. 0 for 3 with a strikeout, 0 for 9 in the series. Again, Howard hitting .340 on the year. Good power numbers, the power you expect from Howard, the average not quite as much. We'll see if this series is the start of Howard coming back down to earth a bit. Fastball up and in, it's 1-1. There's a fly ball to center. McCoskey coming on. Gets there, puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 3.
So we'll see if Bump Wills can prolong the inevitable. He's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. He's also walked. Trucks has only needed 6 pitches to get through the first 2 here. First pitch swinging, fly ball to right. K-line is camped out under it. Ball game is over. The Tigers with a 16-1 rout. Virgil Trucks continues his outstanding season for Detroit. A complete game 4 hitter. The Tigers win their 6th in a row. They sweep the Rangers. Trucks improves to 6-3. Mike Minor falls to 1-7. You see that 7-run fifth blew this game wide open. And the Tigers trying to make a bit of noise here in this AL Central. Twins are currently on top of the division. We'll see when the Tigers get a crack at the Twins. I believe it was 4 long balls on the day for the Tigers. Final line score, 16 runs, 19 hits, no errors for Detroit. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Rangers. Trucks goes the distance, 4 hits allowed. He walked 3, struck out 5, allowed 1 run. Mike Minor takes the loss, 4 innings of work, 7 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 5 earned runs there. Detroit homers for Trammell, Horton, You got some guys who homered who didn't even make the notable players list. That's how you know that your offense put together an assault. Inge, Trammell, and Horton. So it was 3 homers. I thought it was 4. 19-hit attack. Everybody in the Detroit lineup had a hit, and everybody in the Detroit lineup scored a run. And everyone in the Detroit lineup drove in a run. That is called getting it done, folks. So we will wrap up the game here. We'll do a quick pass of the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll see what the next game is that I'll do. I'm not sure, actually, when my next broadcast will be. I think I have something. I think my wife is going to take the day off tomorrow, so I'm going to spend the day with her because, frankly, she's a lot more attractive than all of you. No offense intended. So I think that'll be the plan for tomorrow, but possibly. But I will keep people updated when the next broadcast is going to be. Let's see. So we'll go through. All right. So we'll go through the out-of-town scoreboard. Indians go into Boston, hammer the Red Sox 13-4. Kluber gets the win. Pedro roughed up in that one, takes the loss. Minnesota goes into the Bronx, defeats the Yankees 8-2. Brad Radke improves to 8-2 for the Twins. Severino falls to 4-5. The Royals get a great start out of Zach Greinke. He outduels Blake Snell. Royals defeat the Rays 2-0 in Tampa. Blue Jays defeat the White Sox 3-2 in Toronto. Toronto a little bit amped up, knowing that they've got Josh Gibson taken in the draft. Gibson will join them for year 3. So there's a bit of a buzz around the Blue Jays. John Cerruti gets the win. Bobby Thigpen, his first loss of the year. In California, the Angels defeat the Orioles 6-4. Dave LaRoche with the win. Eddie Watt takes the loss. Francisco Rodriguez, his 14th save for the Angels. Mariners defeat the A's 4-2. Jim Beattie improves to 3-3. Tim Hudson takes his first loss of the year for Oakland. He falls to 7-1. Enrique Romo, his first save for the Mariners. Padres defeat the Braves 4-2 in Atlanta. Dave Roberts with the win. John Smoltz takes the loss. What continues to be a disappointing season for Smoltz. Trevor Hoffman saves his 17th for the Padres. Astros defeat the Mets 8-3. Ken Johnson improves to 7-1 for the Astros. Rick Reed falls to 2-4 for New York. Oh, I did not sim that game before. Apologies. Phillies defeat the Cubs 5-4 at Wrigley. Dutch Ulrich improves to 3-6. Lee Smith takes the loss there, his first for the Cubs. Turk Farrell saves his 17th. Dodgers defeat the Reds in Cincinnati. Jim Gott gets the win for the Dodgers. Raisel Iglesias falls to 0-3, takes the loss there. Takashi Saito saves his 12th for the Dodgers. Brewers hold off the Giants in Milwaukee 4-3. Ricky Bonas with the win. Scott Gereltz takes the loss there. In St. Louis, the Cardinals defeat the Pirates 4-1 at Busch. Howie Pollard improves to 8-2. Dave Justy falls to 1-4. Chuck Taylor saves his 16th for the Cardinals. Expos go into Arizona, pour it on the Diamondbacks 11-3. Gio Gonzalez wins his 7th. Omar Dahl loses his 7th. And in Colorado, the Rockies defeat the Marlins 3-2. Jose Jimenez gets the win there. Brian Harvey takes his 4th loss for the Marlins. So now we'll go to the 11th, check out what the schedule is. I'm trying to think of teams that we haven't seen as of yet. Haven't seen the Marlins. Maybe we'll take a look at the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara will go in that game. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll see the Marlins and the Astros. I think that'll probably be the broadcast. Next time we'll do Miami and Houston and get Miami out of the way. So possibly tomorrow. I got to see what other teams we haven't done. I don't think there's many. So possibly tomorrow. It may even do the nighttime broadcast. We'll see. Whenever I get the urge over the next couple of days, depending on scheduling. I'm driving down to Maryland to see my son's soccer game on Saturday. So might be a couple days without a broadcast. But we'll keep you all posted. But I appreciate everybody joining me here for this one. Sorry it wasn't that thrilling as the Tigers routed the Rangers, but Clee baseball fan D. Scott Howard, Clinton Parks, all in the house here today. Tex Ags was here as well. Mike, the sports simulation spectator, Michael Silva joining us on his lunch break. Tiger fan Steve Tate happy with the outcome. And Bernard Strom's sports replay, a pack of luminaries in the house today. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Thanks. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I am sure I will see you in somebody else's broadcast at some point in the not too distant future. Until next time, guys, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.